Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day. It's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live at 5 a.m. It's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live at 5 a.m. I'm live at 5. Come on inside of the StreamYard room. Let's get into this conversation. Put it in the chat. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Okay, look. I know that we've been having, some quasi, like, serious conversation. And it's all right. It's the game that we play. It's all about living life to the fullest, going after our dreams, our goals, making things happen that we want to see happen in our life. And in order to do that, we know that we're developing ourselves to become people who can do those things that we want to do so we can have the things that we want to have. But before we get into this conversation, lock in, let me introduce myself. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneur's Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. And how do you do this? You do this by building your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. So look, at our congregation, we're having this conversation about recommit. Put it in the chat, recommit. Put it in the chat, recommit. And the last time I believe John preached, or maybe it was the time before that, he talked about locking in, right? So today is all about locking in, but I want to go ahead and prep you to invite you to be a part of the Day of Silence. So I'm going to give you the information today. I talked about it maybe like a week or so ago, but it's September the 17th. It's a Sunday, September the 17th, from 2 to 7. We're going to be quiet. And then while we're quiet, we're going to jot down things that may come up on our worksheet. Like there'll be a worksheet, there'll be a link for you to register to say that you're coming. You'll be able to download it. You'll be able to write your notes on that while you're being silent throughout the day. And to be silent or to observe time of being silent means you don't read anything, you don't talk to anybody, and you're not watching anything. All you're doing is pouring out, jotting down things that may come to mind that's in your heart that you believe the Holy Spirit is speaking or giving you. You're going to prepare yourself to be able to capture that information, because then it will be up to you to decide what it is that you're going to do with it, right? And during this day of silence, I would request that you meditate on things that you need answers to, or that you want clarity on, or things that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, maybe needing steps, maybe needing to process through, that you probably just haven't been quiet enough in your life in order to get those answers, because you may already have them. God may have already provided them, but because we don't take time to be quiet and to just sit and don't do nothing, we always got something to do. We always have a conversation to have. It's almost like silence could drive you crazy. And sometimes people don't like being in a situation where they're quiet or it's quiet around them. And this is going to give you an opportunity to do just that. Put it in the chat. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Okay, so listen. While you are locking in to whatever it is that you want to see happen between now and the end of the year, right? There's some things that you need to recommit to. There's some things that you need to focus on. There's some things that you need to speak into existence that haven't been there. You have work to do. Put it in the chat. I got work to do. Put it in the chat. I got work to do. So I want you to start just a light process to get you ready for the Day of Silence. Number one, I want you to start thinking about meditating or spending time, like little spurts or 5, 10, 15 minutes of time to just meditate right before you get to move in during the day. I want you to start practicing. So when you get to the 17th and you got to be quiet for 5 straight hours, you don't go crazy, right? So just do little times, every day, to become accustomed to what it may feel like, what it sounds like for you to be quiet. No reading, no speaking, and no looking at anything. You got it? Number 2, I want you to just begin to jot notes, like things that come to mind, like even if it doesn't make sense. I think I was talking to you Wednesday about me not needing to understand, me actually asking questions to the things that I want to know. Because sometimes we could think ourselves down into a spiral. If it's you, put it in the chat. Sometimes you overthink stuff. Sometimes I overthink stuff. And it's not even required, right? A lot of things and answers that you want, if you would just ask the question, you could receive the answer. Sometimes we're afraid to receive the answers. Sometimes we're afraid to ask the questions. And all I'm saying is jot some stuff down so you can be prepared to be clear on the after that you're after, right? Because again, I don't know when you would take another 5 hours in order to prepare yourself to be silent in order to get the clarity and the answers to the things that you need. Okay. And the last thing is I want you to plan to be a part of the discussion group after the day of silence, which is going to be at 7 o'clock that night. We're going to hop on a Zoom. We're going to be in conversation. We're going to share our insights. And that'll also give you an opportunity to get accountability partners where people can check on you and you can check on them. Because the best thing in order for you, or one of the ways for you to be able to fulfill on the things that you need or want is to be in group and community and accountability. Now, sometimes we don't like it because we don't like being held accountable to other people. But it's the best thing to keep us committed to what it is that we say that we want and that we want to see in our life. But so often we're more concerned about looking good, not looking bad, not wanting people to be in our business, or whatever conversations we come up with that stop us from having the structures in place that we need in order to obtain the goals and the things that we care about. So look, put this in the chat, lock in. Now it's time for you to start preparing yourself for the day of silence. Again, September the 17th. From 2 to 7, and then 7 o'clock, we're going to hop on the Zoom. We're going to talk. There's be some coaching going on, conversation, and it will be definitely fruitful, but you need to put the time in. You need to lock in. You need to put the work in, because remember, a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was last week, I talked about the things that you want to change, and I had you to look at your life, and I told you to start putting things in place that would actually make a difference, like right now. And having a day of silence, getting some time to write some stuff down on paper and to actually get some accountability around what it is that you're saying that you want to do can help move it forward. Put it in the chat. I'm moving forward. So again, my goal for you this year is not to be talking about the same stuff you're talking about this year, next year. And this year is almost over. I can't believe it. I know I done been through training, certification program. I done became an introduction leader for Landmark. I done created a group coaching session, Becoming a Change. Look, there's some things happening, and hopefully there's some things happening for you too. I've taken contracts. I mean, look, there's a lot of great things happening, and I'm sure there's a lot of great things happening for you. But those areas that you're not seeing the momentum in, the areas that you're not growing in, the areas that you haven't been able to get any momentum in, this is the time to lock in. The year's not over, and it's not too late. A lot of the things that we want to see happen don't take longer than 6 months to happen. Right? It's just actually committing to it or recommitting to it and locking in. Put it in the chat, lock in, lock in. So look, hopefully you're committed to join me for a day of silence, September the 17th from 2 to 7. Then we're going to hop on Zoom from 7 to 8. I want to spend time with you. I haven't spent time with you in a while, in a closed space where you can ask questions. We can be in community together. We can be locked in together and see how we can hold each other accountable to the things that we want to see sooner rather than later. Always looking forward to serving you. It's Friday, is my day. Go ahead, y'all. Pray for me. Safe travels. I'm headed to Arizona, and I'll be back on Sunday. Okay? I love you guys. Always looking forward to serving you. Hey, it's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live.